Hello, I'm Wilder Mitchell and welcome to the latest of my video updates. So this video is actually a little different to my others in that I'm actually answering a question which has been posted on my page a few weeks ago. I did say that I was going to reply and they've been waiting patiently. So rather than reply through a message, I'm going to do it through video, as I feel like I can get my point across and hopefully demonstrate a little bit better what I want to say. So the question was along the lines of arm growth, biceps. Everyone that goes to the gym, especially when they're first starting out, bigger arms is something that really demonstrates the fact they've been to the gym. That they go to the gym regularly. Typically, the arm is like a symbol of strength and size in men, so something that people are eager to develop rather quickly when they're first starting to train. We all know about the basic things, bicep curls and things like that. We've all seen them before. We know that they're the key things in building, bigger arms. Well, that is true. I won't do a workout when I'm targeting my arms when I won't do a bicep curls. However, there are things that you can do, little tips and hints, slight changes to those things that can benefit you and hopefully speeding up the process of more developed arms. So a few of those things that I'm going to talk about today is relatively simple things, but if you include them in your workout, you'll notice the difference. One of them is mixing up the angles, mixing up the force angles in which your arm is under tension from the curls. Now, we can sometimes use bars and dumbbells, but if you do use cables, which is a good thing, the good thing about cables is if you can actually adjust the height of cables. Now obviously for bicep curls we're going to be doing them quite low down, almost at the lowest point. And the thing about this is you're not getting full range of motion, because you find that when you stop at 90 degrees, that's when your arm is under the most amount of tension. Now when you go above 90 degrees, you're losing a little bit of that tension, which is a shame, because when you go above 90 degrees, your bicep actually peaks. It's at its highest peak, yet somehow the bicep is not under as much tension as it would be if it was 90 degrees. So what we need to do is you need to get that bicep under tension whilst it's peaking. Now, the best way to do that is to, when you're adjusting your cables, is to not do it so low, but bring it up slightly, maybe to waist height, and then lean back. And when you're maximizing your curl, you don't want to stop at 90 degrees, you want to go above, as I just mentioned. Now, you find that when you do that, your elbows come up and then move away from your body. Now, we don't want to do that. We want to keep our elbows fixed in, as if we have a rod going through the elbow, through the body, and out the other side through the elbow, creating like a hinge. Now that's really important. You need to make sure that you do that religiously. Okay, so stick your elbows in, keep your elbows pivoted. Now lean back slightly from the position in which the cable is actually a little bit higher than you would normally. Now when you squeeze at the top of that rep, go beyond 90 degrees and hold it there, preferably for a few seconds, no more than 5, 6, 7 seconds maybe. That time under tension is really going to maximize that peak on your arm, and that's what we want. We want a greater peak, and the only way to increase a particular body part that you're wanting to be bigger is to increase that time under tension, and really overload that muscle. Now you can't do that from regular bicep curls if you want to hold that peak, and there are other things you can do to maximize peak tension. That's one of them. Another one is using an offset grip on the dumbbell. Now, if you do bicep curls with barbells, of course, especially if you're using like an easy curl, you can hold them in different positions. Wide grip, narrow grip. They're things you should incorporate, especially dumbbell hammer curls directly from the side, or pulling them up in front of you like this. Both should be incorporated as they hit different parts of the bicep, especially kind of general thickness towards the bottom of the bicep there, which is what we need. for overall developed arms. It's important to remember not just to do one thing for arms, because you're only going to develop in one particular area and you're not going to get the full benefit. You want three-dimensional thick arms, and you want to see size and development from every angle of the arm. The only way to do that is to hit every angle when training. So as I said, offset grip. If you're using dumbbells, I have a dumbbell here and I'll show you what I mean. Now when we're doing dumbbell curls, most people hold them from the middle like this. Okay, now it's probably not the best dumbbell to show you because the handle's actually quite short, but if you hold it on the outside, okay, with my right arm, and if I'm doing my left arm, again, it's the outside. Okay, now the reason for this is you're making it heavier on the inside of the arm because you've got more weight there. If you hold it like this, you'll find that the dumbbell, it kind of wants to tip, okay, but obviously the point is to not let it tip, and to keep this little finger firmly grasped around that bar. You know, a lot of people, you'll see the fingers kind of go loose, they just kind of do this. You need to keep that grip tight. Good for forearm strength and overall strength, plus your biceps tensing up more when you grip hard. Now keep that little finger gripped, keep it to the outside of the dumbbell like this. Now when you bring it up, you're twisting at the top of the rep, and where it's heavier on this outside, your peak is under far more tension there than it would be normally, as if it was in the middle. Okay, so that's something that I recommend. Give that a go, and I guarantee you'll benefit. Another thing you can try is, you've probably already heard of this, it's called 21s. It's been going around for years and years. It's a staple in most bodybuilders' arm workouts. 21s is a series of bicep curls, preferably with a barbell, that's divided into 3 7 set intervals, hence 21 reps. So you're doing, with a barbell, you're doing 7 reps from the lowest portion of the rep to the mid portion of the rep. 7 of those, holding it at the halfway point every single time. Now once you've done your 7, you're actually holding the bar there for 7 seconds. Time and attention in the arm. Again, it's a great way of maximising muscle development, particularly for bodybuilders, because if you're a competitive bodybuilder, you're going to be posing on stage, you're going to be holding those muscles tight. Again, time and attention is the phrase that keeps coming in here, because if you can't hold a muscle tensed for very long, then it's not going to do you very well in a competitive platform, at least. But also, if you're not even planning on competing, just creating that time and attention whilst training is going to help you with the more developed muscles, particularly with arms, because it's a very small, comparatively small muscle, the bicep head. So 7-second hold after 7 reps from lowest point to midway point. Now you hold for 7 seconds. Okay, now we're doing 7 seconds from here and up. Okay, doing 7 reps from the midway point to the highest point, keeping our elbows fixed in and trying to go above to contract that peak at the highest point. There's 7 of those, and then we're holding at the top for 7 seconds. Okay, now it's really going to start getting painful by this point. Now we're doing 7 full reps from lowest to highest with elbows still fixed in like this. 7 full reps. Now I guarantee that's really going to hurt. The 7-second holds that I've put in there, the midway point and the high point, they're not typically used in 21s. However, that's what I do. It's something that I've put in myself. It's an adaptation that I've created. So I recommend you do that because it's helped me. It's much harder, much harder, but you know, it's not supposed to be easy. You know, that's why you don't see many people walking around with big arms or generally a large muscular frame, because it's not easy to get it. So that's what I recommend. Those are my tips of the day. Again, they're not overly groundbreaking, but it is what it is, and they work. And there's no secret, there's no special formula to anything. It's just bicep curls, lots of several angles, hitting them from every potential grip, every adjustment of the hand, and trying out new things. 21s, time and attention, maximal load. Get as much blood in there as you can. As I said, put your hand to the outside of the dumbbell, curl it in, keep your hands firm, keep your little finger firm, and twist. And I guarantee that after a couple of weeks, you're not gonna, you're not gonna have gigantic arms all of a sudden, but you are gonna feel stronger. You are gonna feel like you're hitting your biceps more, and after a while, if you keep that up, you are gonna end up with more developed arms. So those are my tips. I hope that answers the question as best as I can. However, if you need any more information, you can message me again on my page, my Facebook page, Will Mitchell UK BFF Bodybuilder. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just search Will Mitchell in YouTube and you'll find my channel there. And you can comment and I can reply to you via that way. Alternatively, you can email me at wildermitzel@aol.com. And also be sure to check out TDT, transdermal technology, transdermaltechnology.co.uk, where you can buy lots of products like these, recovery sprays, magnesium and zinc oils, and performance sprays, caffeine, etc. like that. I've talked about it before, I won't go into it now, but they do really help. Okay, so thank you for watching, and see you soon. I'm at Body Power tomorrow, so if anyone's there, come and say hello to me. Okay, bye.